I hear it from people every single day how the cost of living is going up. I hear it from single parents. I hear it from seniors. You can have two philosophies when you're elected. You either gouge people to death on taxes, which the vast majority of municipalities and provinces and federal government across our country does, or you cut costs and put money back into people's pockets until they can do things they might otherwise not be able to do. As simple as going out for dinner or buying your kids clothes. That's what hits home, not just continuously taxing people. And that's exactly the reason we've never raised a tax. In our 2026 budget alone, we delivered nearly $12 billion in direct support to Ontario families, helping deal with rising costs and economic pressure. And we aren't stopping there, because real relief begins with the biggest purchase most families will ever make: a new home. I was thinking about young people. I was thinking about families that now can have the dream of home ownership. That's why we're removing the full 13% HST on new homes valued up to $1 million. This is delivering up to $130,000 in savings for Ontario homebuyers. If there was ever a time to buy a home, it's right now. We're also taking action to support small businesses, the backbone of our economy, with nearly $5 billion in savings in 2026 alone. This includes cutting the small business tax rate by more than 30% down to 2.2%. helping more than 375,000 small businesses save up to $5,000 annually. We're focusing on putting money back into the pockets of small business owners, and they'll go out and they'll invest it. They invest it into their people, into technology, into infrastructure, into new equipment, and that stimulates their business. At the same time, we're lowering everyday costs for families, drivers, and commuters. It's why we made the gas tax cut permanent, saving drivers hundreds of dollars now and into the future. Or getting rid of the tolls on the east part of the 407, the 412, and the 418 that saves people $7,200 every single year. So that's a huge savings. When we build the largest expansion of transit in North America, we're spending approximately $80 billion. By extending the One Fare program, we're saving transit users up to $1,600 every year. I talked to someone the other day that came to me and said, we had a great trip on the GO train, but then when we hopped off at Union Station, we didn't have to pay. They only had to pay one fare. And that's no different than people that drive. When we're building $30 billion in new roads and highways and bridges, that allows them to get home a half an hour earlier. You're leaving, it's half an hour. On the way back, it's a half an hour every single day. That's a massive amount of time that you can spend with your family or doing other things. I've had numerous people come up to me and say, thank you for getting rid of these ridiculous prices on tickets for concerts or a sports game. Over a number of years, people have been getting gouged by scalpers. Ridiculous amounts. One big one obviously was Taylor Swift. They were paying thousands and thousands of dollars, and their kid wanted to go to see Taylor Swift, and they just couldn't afford it. It's just out of control. So we're putting an end to it. They have to sell tickets at face value. That's going to allow a family to come into the city, have an affordable evening, go to a concert, go to a sports game, knowing that they aren't going to get gouged by scalpers. And while there's more work ahead, we're going to be relentless in our mission to lower cost and stand up for Ontario workers, families, and businesses. We have the brightest, smartest people anywhere in the entire world. We're creating that climate for people to be able to go out there, find a good job, a bigger paycheck. That's our goal. We're going to keep moving forward and make sure that we put money back into the taxpayer's pocket, not into the government's pocket.